Hi, welcome to Tarot Combos. I'm in a hotel for the next few days, and so we're going to improvise. I have my deck of cards. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to hold the camera this time instead of putting it down, and I'm shuffling in a different way. La la la. Thank you for being here, and we'll see what is with us today. I'm not even going to put the cards back in a pile. They're going to stay in this pile, and we're going to pick two cards. God, I love this star. Challenged by... Which one should I pick? Oh, this one? Okay. Ooh, the Three of Wands. Another card. I love them all. Who am I talking about? So we have the star challenged by the Three of Wands. The star is this, it's a card of healing. It's the card of, I like to think of it as like, heal yourself to heal the world. Because I think of star as like a very optimistic energy too. It's like, yeah, we want to heal ourselves, like our personal growth plan for ourselves is in service to ourselves. We want to feel better. We want to be better. We want to do better. And then right on the back side of that is like, so that I can be more to the world. So I can be in service to the world, whatever your world is. Could be the actual world, could be your sphere of influence, your people you love, your friends, your clients, whatever. So to me, the star is like this very optimistic, altruistic kind of energy. It's like, some people also say there's some like wish fulfillment type energy, and maybe that is your wish for the world. Well, if my wish for the world, it's like be the change you want to see in the world energy. If my wish for the world is this, whatever your wish is, then, oh, I need to embody that in myself first before I'm going to see it out there, because you know how I feel about that, especially with healing. It's like how we see the world. It's all about how we feel on the inside. Well, if I need to level up that feeling, if I need to work on some stuff, be better, to grow, if I want to be a better version of myself, then so I can see the world as that better version, I got to do some work. So that's the healing part of this. I call it work, but you know, it looks like a lot of different things. It's not just one thing. So there's the star. Well, how can it be challenged by the Three of Wands? Because the Three of Wands is like this, it's like vision energy. I don't think I've ever said that before. But it's like, look how this person is like looking out at a blank landscape. They've got their hand on one wand, like one vision. It's like they've chosen their highest passion, like what they really desire, like what really fires them up, lights them up. So there are many options, but they've chosen, their hand is holding one, and then they're looking out at this blank slate, this open landscape, to say like, what do I want to build? So how? I just love this energy so much, because it's like self-actualization energy, where you're like, I know I'm meant for something. I know I'm meant to create on a blank slate. So it's almost like you want to just kick this up a notch to like make it a bigger thing, because you can read tarot at any scale that feels right. Well, what feels right to me right now is not just at a personal level, because I know you know what this is in your life. Like, what are you being called to envision in order to create what you want to see in the world? And you know you have to do the work. You are not afraid. You know you have to be the change you want to see in the world. In order to do that, you might need some healing time, some self-inquiry, some self-exploration, whatever that looks like for you. You know your inner landscape. And sometimes we don't know everything. That's the subconscious. It is big. It's big and deep. And so, but there's a willingness to go exploring. It's like standing on the precipice of like exploration. So, but this is also like, okay, I know I've got to do that. That's fine. I'm not scared. That's what I signed up for. So it's not like we're talking about a lot of shadow work here. This is like what comes on the other side of that shadow work is like, I'm being called to like create something in this world, create the world I want to see. And like when I said you want to kick it up, I feel like one of our biggest barriers, if we're of a certain generation or age or whatever, or predisposition or constitution, it's like, oh man, we might look out at the world, especially if we haven't done our healing, and say the world's on fire. Because what we feel on the inside is what we see on the outside. If we feel like we're a mess, the world looks like it's a mess. If we feel at peace, the world looks pretty peaceful and joyful. So that's what I'm talking about. So it's like, but what I feel like, so it's like that overwhelm of, man, it's the world's on fire. How could I possibly create my vision? The problems out there are too complex. I can't infiltrate. I can't get in there and like change it. No, this is about creating from a blank slate. And that's the challenge we're signing up for. And what I'm hopeful for is the younger generations, there's this, like, oh my God, what world did we hand to our kids? Oh my God, it must feel insurmountable to make any positive change in the world because our systems we've built are kind of a mess. They don't work for us anymore. So we can't get inside them and change them from the inside. It's almost like past that tipping point where the younger generations know, well, those systems just have to come down. Well, the powers that be are really preventing those systems from coming down, aren't they? So the younger generations know, oh yeah, we're not even going to try. That's like, we don't have time for that shit. We're just going to build the new ones. Build it and they will come. That's what I'll title this one. So it's like the younger generations, they know if they've got stuff to deal with, they know they have to deal with it and they're going to, and they are. Or they're coming out with like really enlightened parents with no, like there's a whole generation of kids like being so fortunate to be born to people who aren't like imposing their own trauma that they haven't worked on onto their kids, like that's what I'm talking about. So we're not going to go into that, but there's like a whole generation of fresh, pure little soul babies who are going to remain pure. They don't have a ton of work to do to self-actualize, right? Like they don't have to get over the hurdle of healing too much. So what I'm hopeful for this future, since this is a card of optimism, is that these kids are like, oh yeah, I'm treating the world as a blank slate. I'm getting into the open areas and building what I want from the ground up. I'm not going to waste my time tearing down stuff that people are digging their heels into. They are mounting the defenses. Like, it's impenetrable. I don't want to waste my energy trying to get inside some old archaic structure and trying to affect change from the inside where I'm just going to they're going to try to beat me down. My energy is worth more than that. They are like, no, build it and they will come. Because the younger generations and us also who are like attuned to that are like, yes, please, little fresh soul babies, build it and I will support you, because some part of me is a little beat down. I got my own work to do, and I might be working within those old structures, and I'm too far in, I'm too deep, I'm too close to retirement. I just got to ride it out, and that is okay. That is natural. That's where we are. But we can be so hopeful and supportive of the fresh little soul babies and say, yes, build that. I will follow you. I will follow you. I just may not have the energetic resources to build it myself, But man, I can sure like keep your fire stoked. Oh, you know, that's what I'm hopeful for. What did I say I was going to title this? Build it and they will come. That's too generic. I don't know. Maybe I'll call it Fresh Little Soul Babies. I gotta go back to class. My lunch hour's over, but oh man, I really loved this one. I like the eternal optimist in me wants to like infect every one of you, and I know you're that way too. It's okay that we have to do the work. I know we're not scared and we show up every day and do it in service of the fresh little soul babies who are going to be doing this. And if you do feel energetically resourceful enough to be one of those fresh little soul babies, if not in age, then in spirit, like, don't worry about the old structures. I think that's what gets us down a lot of times. It's like getting mad at the old structures. Like I get mad at the medical system all the time. I'm like, you poor doctors, you're in it. Your hands are tied as much as ours. Like, I wish they could eject out of there, but they're in too deep, you know, and I feel for them, but I still get mad at like, it is like, that's my like thing I get mad at that I know I can't. So going into body work, I'm like, well, I'm going to go in maybe where I can affect some small change in my little community and like try to reduce some suffering in the world in my own little small way. Even from day one in massage school, I was like, I'm just here to help reduce suffering in one tiny little way. So I feel like the more we can like carve out like in the open spaces, that's what I mean by that. It's like in between the old structures, there's probably like this little alley, and there's like a little lamp post where there's a light shining down in that alley, and it's like, look, an open space, let's build what we want between the old structures. And then those old structures will eventually crumble as our little alley gets built up and people follow, and they say, yeah, look at that example, I'm following that. All right, so take it where you want in your own life. Yeah, where do you feel this in your own life? The healing you got to do so that you can look out on the world and say, oh, it's not all fire, it's not all on fire. There's that message here. And there's also like embody your fresh little soul baby self no matter how old you are, and be like, yeah, I'm opting out of the old structure. I may have to work in it, but my energy is going to support building something new, supporting the people who do have the energy. Like whatever part of this resonated with you, like it's all optimism. Bye.